What's going on, guys? I just got Masters last season and I'm finally getting around to making a stats and classes video. If anyone didn't know, I was Masters last season. I made a video on my channel when I actually reached it live, so if you want to go watch that, you can. Let's get into the stats of classes. I'm not going to make it like a super long, 30-minute in-depth, this is my percentage, this is my accuracy, this is how many kills I got, this. I'm not going to do that, alright? It's going to be a brief stats, brief classes. If you want to see stuff in-depth, you can just pause any given time and just copy it or whatever, so. Stats quickly, we have got a 1.75 KD, 1.78 win-loss, and a 272 score per minute. Stats in Arena, KD, win-loss, score per minute. Are they relevant? I don't really know. I don't think they are. I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of different variables. Like KD, you could just be like a selfish player and camp and sit back with an AR. Win-loss, you could just play in 4-mans and win every game. I'm not talking down on people that play in 4-mans because people play with their mates and stuff, which is cool. I do as well sometimes, but 95% of the time I'm probably playing solo. That's why my win-loss isn't that good. And if you play in when I play in 4-man, I don't think I've really ever lost playing in a 4-man. It's not really that hard in my opinion, at least with my friends. I don't know how people view it or whatnot, but that's just my opinion. I'm not talking down on people who play in 4-man. As I said, I'm just what I think. So score per minute, as I said, it could kind of depend. If we want to look at my game modes, I play S&D a lot. It's because I get given S&D. I don't know why. If you had 200 hardpoint games compared to 212 S&Ds, you might have a better score per minute. There's a lot of variables in terms of arena stats that do matter and don't matter. So I don't know how you want to see it, but I thought I'd just put that out there. I don't really, rate people in arena based on their stats. I probably rate how good a player is based on, how good they are in the game. So yeah. 5 days, 4 hours, and that's actually a lot of game time. And the saddest part is I've probably had more time sitting in pre-game lobbies because it takes so long to find games. But we got VMP, M8, Coup Dart, Man of War, and see the 4 sort of standard guns up there. Anything really different? Really, I don't really use Shear and Farah that much. SPG, 1.21 KD, 36 accuracy. I'm just going to go down. If you want to look at a gun in particular, just pause, but I don't think it's that important. I don't think people care that much. I hope not anyway, but yeah. There's all that crap. That's not a big deal. My favorite special is definitely Tempest. It's pretty sick. I love it. It's beast, and I use camo kinetic when I'm using non-lethals in S&D, and Dial is pretty good as well. I prefer to stick with Tempest, but it kind of depends what gets picked and whatnot, so don't really use equipment ever. And score streaks. Don't know why I have so many counters used. I don't really use them that much, but I don't know. They're there, so currently do much. That's from the OG Season 1 arena when everything was allowed, nothing was banned. That was pretty funny to be honest, but thank God they fixed that finally. But yeah, it's just pretty standard stuff, man. There's not really too many variables in my stats, but they're the stats. Let's go over the classes quickly. I'm just going to go briefly over each gun, for each game mode. I'm not going to go over all 10 classes for each game mode because I got 4 custom class sets, so I don't want to go over 40 classes. That's just dumb. But basically, with hardpoint, I like to just have a tac mask class and a flak jacket class, just in case they're just spamming nades or spamming RC cars, double stunning, double flashing, simple stuff like that. I always have EMP classes for every gun, just in case they get Cerberuses or something, just because they're super annoying to get rid of if you don't have EMPs. So and then yeah, I'll usually just have some overclock classes for we're just talking hardpoint at the moment, and we got stock on our SMGs, stock on our ARs. That's probably the really consistent thing you'll see with my guns. I always use sights, always use stock, usually use foregrip besides M8, and yeah, nothing too special about my classes that are gonna change your game or something. But S&D, it's kind of the same. There's nothing too. Wait, I'll go over a little bit slower so you can pause if you want to. But I don't run Dead Silence usually on my subbies. I usually run these 2 classes because I like having the tax and lethals. They make a big difference in S&D because obviously it's a 1 death, so it can make a difference in that extra kill. But all my stuff. A question I get asked a lot is, what do you prefer, Elo or reflex, and what do you prefer, long barrel or grip? It's all personal preference. Long barrel, I feel for me, it helps, damage wise. I don't know why, I just feel it does. I think it does. I think at certain range, it's 50% better chance for 1 burst or something with an M8, so it does make a difference on the M8, but it's really up to you. Like, there's no like you know, there's no like time when you could be like, oh, I wish I had long barrel, or I wish I couldn't have long barrel, because at the end of the day, you have the class in the game you have, so you can't change it at the time. But it's really just personal preference, as I said. So don't stress too much about what you run. Just like focus on, you know, obviously S&D, you probably want Dead Silence and Blast Presser, or at least one of them. You want to run Blast Presser and Afterburner, like regardless if you have a Scarf or whatnot. I hear people whinge and moan about that all the time. Just like use Bumper Jumper, use Claw, use something else if you're not comfortable with normal controls. I played normal controls for like 5 or 6 years on COD until I got a Scarf last year, and to be frank with you, like a Scarf's only good for like movement. Like it does not help your shot or anything at all. Like it doesn't make you like a 10 times better player. So I just like to put that out there. But yeah, just basics, man. Like just for this my uplink classes, just basically just think, you know, when you're making your classes, like just make sure you have fast hands, that helps you win gunfights. Make sure you have quick draw, helps you win gunfights. Make sure you have Afterburner and Blast Presser, helps you boost around silently. You know, just basic stuff, man. Your personal preference for sight, use that. You know, if you like BOA3, use BOA3. Just because, you know, say Scump doesn't run this stuff, just because like anybody doesn't run this stuff doesn't mean you can't run it. So just whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you feel like you play best with, definitely just use it. Try out everything, and whatever you like, you know, you gotta stick with. Like don't feel like pressured to use other stuff because other people use it. That's something I like to emphasize, you know. But just make sure you have EMPs as well in respawn, because there's nothing worse than if they get like Sentry's a ban now. If they get like Cerberuses, there's nothing worse than having 2 Cerberuses like roaming around and like having no EMPs. That sucks. But that's pretty much gonna be it, boys. I thought I'd just make this video because a lot of people wanted me to make it, and I don't, you know, I'm not really a big fan of the videos because it's not that entertaining. But you know, I just thought I'd do it because, you know, a lot of people ask. But a quick side note, I do run Dead Silence in CTF because it's good to like kill. Some kills are super important in CTF, and the dude with 20 kills might actually have made more of an impact on the game than the guy with 40 kills in CTF, because kills are really important at certain times. So make sure you always play your life out in CTF. Don't just like rush around freaking crazily like most people do in hardpoint. I do in hardpoint. Try and run Dead Silence, or try and like play that little bit slower so you can use your headset, you can sound whore, you can pick up those extra kills that you might not have picked up if you didn't like play slower. So hopefully that makes sense. But hopefully that you've learned at least one thing from this video, in terms of, I've dropped a lot of stuff while I've been talking about these classes, like that hopefully can help you out and help your game. But that'll be about it, dudes. If you did enjoy the video and found it helpful, leave it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate the support lately. Have a good day, boys. Peace out.